ゴルフネットワーク。
こんにちは、ゴルフコメンテーターの杉澤です。今回は大変な忙しい中、インタビューに答えてくれてありがとうございます。今、コロナのハワイの状況とかはいかがですか？
Yeah, Hawaii's been very fortunate in that the number of cases have been very low in Hawaii, and we're coming back extremely well. Hawaii's being viewed as a very safe place for all. We're currently in the second tier of a four-tier system, making great progress to opening up our community to everyone coming from afar.
今、素敵な場所にいますけど、そこはどちらですか？
I'm at the exciting home of the Sony Open in Hawaii, the Waialae Country Club. I thought it would be very fitting. Still a lot of hustle and bustle here in a good way. We are very optimistic and looking forward to the Sony Open.
大会の、開催とともにコロナ禍におけるフレンズオブハワイ、まさにこのチャリティーの活動なんですけど、過去から長い間、活動されてますけれども、これからも含めて今どんな活動をされてるんですか？
Well, thanks to Sony Corporation and its commitment to Hawaii for these past 22 years, we've built a very strong working relationship with the community. We have a very strong understanding of the needs in our community, and with the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, well, there was a lot of anxiety and uncertainty. Because of the funding that we did just from this past year's tournament, we were very well positioned to address the housing needs and the food needs that really became very apparent as being a focal point for all of us here in Hawaii. But that is largely attributed to Sony's long-term commitment to caring for those in need in Hawaii.
今後の活動っていうのはどんな活動をされていくんですかね？
A lot of it is with Sony's commitment to Hawaii, their continued commitment to Hawaii, and the availability of the funding as a result of the Sony Open in Hawaii. What has changed is added collaboration and recognition of the more significant needs in Hawaii. And again, when I look back on the history of Sony's commitment to the tournament and with the Friends of Hawaii charities, it's always focused on the most greatest need within the community, that in the area of housing, that of caring for our elderly, that of caring for those that are mentally disadvantaged, basically being the voice for those in need in our community. So with the Sony Open in Hawaii, what's consistent and what will take on even more significance this year is their continued recognition of this need, but also that Sony Week becomes a huge opportunity to speak in a very committed fashion about the need for the rest of the community to join in to Sony's great effort.
コルベットさんはどんな経緯でこのチャリティーに参加していったんですか？
The charity was actually a large motivation was Mr. Morita. Back in when the relationship first started with the Waialae Country Club and with the Friends of Hawaii charities. Mr. Morita was a very big part of that, and which is reflective of the need. He identified the need in Hawaii, his commitment to Hawaii, and he saw the tournament, and we saw the tournament, and we were very fortunate to be able to partner with Mr. Morita's vision and with the Sony Corporation in providing an opportunity to raise funds to support the charitable groups that were going on and serving our community. My involvement was, I as a child was a beneficiary of many of these charitable groups that took care of my very large family. And so that's my personal motivation.
僕も昔キャディやってる時によく16番のグリーンサイドのモリターズハウスによく行きました。すごくいいファミリーですよね。
Yeah, very special place, very special family. It was also Mr. Morita and family and the corporation itself really reflect the humility and the passion and the commitment and the persistence that was very evident to all of us that Hawaii was a special place for them. And so we at the Friends of Hawaii Charities and the Waialae Country Club have been very fortunate to be able to be a part of that journey, which this is many things in life have value, but nothing more than caring for other people. And the Sony Corporation and the commitment from all of the folks that work with Sony throughout the world have been a great example for all of us here in Hawaii to want to be a part of it. Sony recently received the Bridge Award from the Japanese American Society. It was very fitting and long overdue. And when asked what was most evident to me, I said that leaders lead. And Sony Corporation is a leader. They lead in the sense that not only do they speak words, their actions reinforce those words. And so it's been very meaningful to be a part of that and to allow our children in Hawaii to dream and aspire because of Sony's actions with our at-risk community.
今、日本ではいろいろこう、ね、手洗い、うがいとかありますけど、ハワイではどんなこう対策を、コロナの対策されてますか？
Oh, it's been very strict, very, very strict. Wash your hands with soap and water, no handshaking, 6-foot distance, no large congregations, no groups together. Or if you look at your dining policies here, we've been the strictest in the country, in the U.S. Lowest number of cases. We really embrace the importance of safety and health, as is reflected in Sony's decision and with the Friends of Hawaii Charities in how we structure this tournament. Safety and health of all participants are most critically important. So with respect to the health protocols, very similar to, as you say, gargle your mouth, wash your hands every time, no sharing of food, no sharing of utensils, always wearing masks. That's why I had asked Wakako if I could take my mask off. Everywhere, very, very strict. But because of that, it's allowed us to start moving to a point where we can start having visitors come back to Hawaii. Nakajima-san, we have actually been on the national news. Hawaii has been highlighted on national news within the United States because of our policies that we've undertaken to keep us safe from the virus. So that is, we're a model to follow. It's very strict, but it's been effective.
じゃあ最後に、ソニーオープンも含めて、これから未来のハワイ、どんなハワイになっていってほしいか、コルベスさんいかがですか？どんなハワイになっていってほしいですか？
The future for Hawaii is to have a Sony Open with everyone here, tens of thousands of people in the stands, cheering for a sudden death playoff, with Sugisawa-san playing in the Pro-Am.
Yeah.
Here in Hawaii, not caddying, but playing golf. But the other part too is to watch the youngsters that have been helped by the charitable organizations that Sony has helped fund, become leaders in the community and come back and talk about the great work that Sony Corporation has done here in Hawaii. I'll leave it with this. Sony's brought a lot of comfort to the needy in Hawaii where there's been pain. Sony's brought a lot of hope where there's been a great deal of despair. So, very emotional comments, but I see how Sony's changed lives forever in a good way. So when I look at Hawaii, that's what I see. When I look at Sony, I see promise. I see commitment, I see caring. And so it's been a privilege for the Friends of Hawaii Charities to say that we have Sony Corporation as the big brother in caring for all of us here in Hawaii.
コルベスさん、今日は忙しい時間の中、 貴重なお話ありがとうございました。またハワイでぜひお会いしましょ
う。Aloha to you and thanks for the privilege of speaking with you. And maybe next time you come and you and me golf.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You too.
ありがとう。
Aloha.
Aloha.